We are making green chili stew with ground beef, presently browning. We're going to dice 2 onions. They're small onions. If you have a large onion, you could dice that as well. Okay, the onion is diced, ready to go into the skillet. So we're going to add that now. Okay, we've got the onion into the skillet. We are just going to let this simmer and brown. And then we're going to drain it. We're back. We are still working on browning this ground beef. I've also diced 5 potatoes. These are going to go right into the crock pot with the beef broth. So I was doing that while I'm waiting on the hamburger onion mix. Okay, so we are still waiting on the ground beef onion mixture, but we're going to come over here and put our potatoes into the crock pot. Potatoes into the crock pot. Add 1 32-ounce container of beef broth. This is gluten-free beef broth. Gluten-free. Everything I consume is gluten-free. We have added the beef broth into the potatoes, and we've got the crock pot on high. So we're just going to let that sit, get a top on it, and we're still waiting on our ground beef onion mixture. Okay, we're back. These are green chilies. My husband roasted them over the summer on the grill. If you don't know how to roast green chilies, we will do a segment on that, but not today. So we have 4 roasted green chilies. I'm going to pull them out of the bag, take the skin off them, and dice them. Okay, these are our green chilies, peeled and diced. I'm not diced, peeled. Peeled and not diced. Not diced. Our ground beef is still cooking here. It's very close to being done. I like to get my brown beef browned really well. Okay, yeah, I'm going to need a cameraman. Got them diced here. We're going to bring them over and add them right to our crock pot. We're still waiting on this ground beef, but it's very close now. I'm going to be turning that off and draining it, as well as rinsing it before I add it to our crock pot. I want you to see how nice and brown this is. I have this almost crispy in parts. It is the perfect amount of brown for our dish. Now, one thing I did do was get the ground beef out of this pan, and then I added just a little water to the dish, and I've got the heat still on. You can see the burner is still going, and I'm just going to get all the nice little brown bits out of the bottom of this pan, and I'm going to add it directly to our crock pot. Here's that bit of brownness that was in the bottom of the skillet. Little water, it's bubbling nicely. I am going to add just a drop of almond flour to this to thicken it just a bit before I add it to the crock pot. I just want to show you the flour before I add it here. King Arthur flour. I got this off of Amazon. Great for shopping, by the way. Little plug to Amazon. That is gluten-free flour. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon to our mix here to make a roux. Here's a tablespoon or so, a little heaping tablespoon, may I say, of the flour. We're just going to blend that right in. And see, it's getting nice and thick and yumminess there. Okay, yep, perfect. Our ground beef, we're going to mix this right into our crock pot. I did just add that flour mixture a moment ago using the whisk. That'll just thicken the sauce up as it cooks throughout the day. As you can see, it is very thick. We're going to add a little water at this point, and some salt and pepper, and some fresh garlic. Okay, we have about a tablespoon here of pepper. We're going to sprinkle that right in all over, and then we're going to go to salt. A spoon of salt to the mixture. Mix that up well. Okay, I have my trusty garlic press here, and I have fresh peeled garlic that I buy at Walmart and keep in the refrigerator just for times like this. So I'm actually going to crush like 6 garlic cloves and add them to this dish. Garlic cloves here, ready to go into the garlic press, and we're going to press them fresh right into the pot. Add half of them, and here's the other half, crushing, going right into the pot. Yum, it smells absolutely fabulous. We're going to mix that in and then add possibly 2 cups of water. We're going with 2 cups. Let's see what we can fit in the crock pot. If it'll all fit. Perfect. Okay, 2 cups of water was added. We're just going to blend this in a little, mix it up. Doesn't that look fabulous? We're going to let this simmer for as long as we want. It's Sunday, so we're going to watch football and decorate our Christmas tree. And then this is going to be ready to eat. We'll check on it throughout the day, but there's really nothing that needs to be done now except place the top on the top of the pan and let her cook. I did add a little cornstarch and water. This is done. It is delicious. It smells fabulous. My family's ready to dig in. You could serve this with some quesadillas or something like that for those of your family that are allowed to eat gluten. Otherwise, some tortilla, what do you call those things? Some tortilla chips would be good as well.